Hello! You've probably seen quite a few videos like this, but I think that for people who are dealing with this kind of equipment I'm about to show you, it's a must thing to do. At least one video about it. So, welcome to my mandatory home studio tour. So this is it. Ground Zero Junior. There used to be a senior, but I don't have a space for it anymore. So let's see what we have here. Let's start at the bottom. This is a Boss BR864 8-track recorder, and this was actually the first piece of studio gear I ever bought. I got it back in 2003. And this is a very nice piece of gear, since you can do everything with it. There are amp simulations, all kinds of effects, mastering tools, even a drum sequencer, which is a pain in the ass to program, but I've done a lot of stuff with this. It has 8 tracks, and each track has 8 virtual tracks, so it's basically 64 tracks. And I've done a lot of things with this before I got my hands into something a bit more fancier. And then let's move one story up. This is a Roland Bass Microcube RX, which means that it has 4 speakers in it, more rock and roll. And I'm keeping it this way on the shelf because I'm using a line out. I don't use the speakers while I'm recording. So let's see. This is a very nice thing to have. It's a bit more rock and roll to it. If you can see, there are 4 mini speakers inside of this thing instead of 1. And this has all the basic things you need. Some effects, rhythm machine for practicing, amp modelings and stuff like that. And then let's move one story up. This is Behringer V-amp, X-V-amp, and it has some amp modeling stuff, but when I'm using this live, I don't use any of the amp modeling stuff. I only use this for reverbs and choruses, flanges, stuff like that. But anyway, it's cheap and very useful thing to have. And here is my headphones, Sennheiser HD555. I like this. And then let's move to here. Here we have a mixer, Mackie 402, and I don't use this for recording. I only use it for monitoring. So all the sound sources in this home studio are all connected to this mixer, and from the mixer the sound goes to my speakers. Edirol MA15D. These are 50 watts monitors, and they're not, top-notch stuff, but I'm used to them. I like them a lot. And there's Line 6 Pocket Pod, which is very handy because it's small and I don't have that much space to work with. And then here's my interface, Mackie Onyx Satellite, and they actually stopped making these a few years ago, but this thing's very handy because it has 2 in, 6 out, so you can do surround mixes with it. And all the equipment are wired or connected here back, and let's say that you want to do some kind of a recording at your friend's house using your own equipment, so you have to pull all the plugs off and take all these things from behind off, but not with this thing. You can actually do just like this, and this is the main attraction. It has all the knobs, all the connectors, so you can just take this with you and then go and make your recordings, and then when you come back home you just do this. Turn the power on, and that's it. Then we have a let's see, keyboard, and this is not a regular keyboard, this is a creative party keys. So you have these piano keys with it, and the only problem with this one is that it doesn't work with Windows Vista or Windows 7. Only operating system you can use this with is Windows XP, which is a thing that I'm not too thrilled about, but anyway. And there's one external sound card that I don't use anymore. And then here is my audio laptop, and this laptop is purely for audio recording. It's an old HP 1.5 gigahertz laptop, but I've stripped this, so only programs and all the things that are in here are only for audio. This doesn't even have an internet in it. And this is my other laptop, which is a newer HP running Windows 7. So this is my internet and all around computer. And the programs I'm using with this audio laptop are Traction 2, Audacity for audio editing, and FL Studio 8. I've used them. And then there are two. This is, by the way, Salt Pipe. It's very good for singers. And then we have two external hard drives. This is for audio and video, and this is just for backups. So this is pretty much it for what comes to actual recording gear. I'll do part 2 of this video where I'm showing my instruments and stuff like that. By the way, this is Shure C606. Very cheap, but very good microphone. So I guess that's that for this time. Bye!